How are you all? Good? I hope the people who are joining in online, they can clearly hear me thanks to this mic. Usually mics are here. Isn't it? So, ladies and gentlemen, I have something very interesting to tell you. I have a secret, that is, you know, you are living with an illusionist. Am I scared you?
A little.
Illusionist. So who is this illusionist? We'll find out who is this illusionist in this Dhamma talk. So you have to bear with me. What you have to do is you have to think about your life in a different perspective with me. That's why we all are here as a human being. We all came here for a reason to this world. You have to find out why. To me, I don't feel the Buddha as a religious real leader. I feel he is a scientist. He is the greatest scientist who lived on this earth. Because he found what is this mind is. I hope you all heard about this chitta. Chitta means the mind, or you can say that like different traditions call different ways. So I would like to introduce that word chitta. So if I ask you, who are you? What do you have? Do you have an answer? What do you think? Because we seek the solution for a lot of problems, right? Questions in day-to-day life, aren't we? Life is something you are finding solution for different problems. That's what you're doing, isn't it? That's the life. C'est la vie. But when I ask you, who are you? Do you have an answer? What do you think?
For me, is that a question? For me, I used to define a person is a past.
Is a past.
Yeah.
Okay.
I used to define in that sense.
Okay.
Because if one day I don't remember anything, then I feel
if you don't remember what is past, isn't it? That's true. That's true. Yes, I agree with you. How about the others? What do you think? Who are you?
I suppose I always describe who am I about whatever I'm doing at the time. Like I'm a meditator when I'm meditating, or a worker when I'm at work, or you know.
So you keep change, right?
Swim, though. So I define myself for whatever I'm doing. I'm going for a swim. I'm a swimmer at the time, sort of.
Yeah. When you're at work, like you are an employee, and when you're at home, you're a mother, you're a father, you're a son, you're a daughter. So it keeps changing, right? When I ask you, who are you? Actually, you have no specific answer. It keeps changing, different answers. If I ask you, what are you? Does that make sense? What are you? Okay, what is this? What is this? This is Scrabble board, the stage. Right? You can define it easily. You know what is this? What is this then? It's a cup. Okay. So what are you then? Because here onwards, I'm going to explain to you, I'm going to unveil the ignorance that we have in our mind. I'm going to show you who you are. I'm going to show you what are you. Are we ready to understand this? Before you do anything in this world, the first thing that you have to understand is who you are and what are you. If you don't understand that actually what are you, then you don't know what is the purpose of your life. That's why I'm saying that the Buddha is the greatest scientist. The thing is, we have no idea what's going on around us. We know something that we learned from the past. How do you know what is this? You said that because you learned that in the past, this shape, this demarcation, this shape, what is that? This is what you call a cup. But I think listeners online can see this, right? Yes. So this is a cup. How do you know that? It's because of your memories, your intuition, like inside your mind, it creates that story. What is that? That's a cup. You recognize what is out there. Agree? Is it right?
It might not be.
It might not be right, it might be wrong, it might be correct, it might be... do you have any idea? No. You know what? The mind, how the mind works, right? Mind always perceives according to the views and according to the memories, according to the data that is given to the instrument. It doesn't have an ability to find what is truth and what is wrong without any support. This is the most important thing that you have to understand. What is correct? This, the cup, it's on my desk, right? Is it the right thing? Is it wrong? No idea. This cup is saying that this is the way that I should be? No. Does this cup has an idea that what is going to be? No. But my mind can think and perceive and reflect and realize what's actually happening based on the memories, based on the data that has given to the mind. You agree with that? The world that you perceive, ladies and gentlemen, it all depends on your memories, your beliefs, your experiences that you have done in the past. No one, if you don't have these memories. Let's analyze this more in deeper, then you will understand actually what are you. Because we are doing a lot of things day-to-day life, don't we? What do you think? We go to work, we learn, as I did, and then what we do? Like we go and enjoy and we do different things. We are scholars. We learn many things in the world. But at the end of the day, if you're still suffering, at the end of the day, if you still feel fear, grief, anger, what is the point of doing those things? When are you going to find solution for the stress, for the depression, for the anxiety that you are facing? You can heal the mind, you can calm down the mind by doing different sort of meditation and different things. But if you don't understand what is the mind, that is the point that I am asking you. There's a very reason that you were born as a human being, because you have an incredible ability compared to all these animals. What is that? You have a specific mind, special mind, that this mind can think about the mind. Dog cannot think about its mind, but you can think about your mind, how you perceive the world. But we never question about this. We don't question about these things. What we do is, we just study from people around us. Like when we were born, our mother, our father, and they showed us how to be a man, how to be a good person, how to behave, and all the data that they have given to you, and based on that, the guidance that you had, now you are living a life. I'm asking, why don't you think about why this suffering manifests in your mind? How this suffering, how this pressure, how this anxiety manifests in your mind. Because you have that ability to question about that. You have that ability to think about that. That's why I'm saying, you're special, ladies and gentlemen. You're not a normal living being in this world. You're a human. You have a value. We have to use that. We have to think about it. Because you can listen to many talks, right? Listening to a talk and reflecting is completely two different things. In here, what I want you to do is listening to this talk and reflect with your life experiences. These two comes together in this discussion. That's what I want you to do at this moment, from this moment. Because you have experiences in your life. You have life experiences, and I have my life experiences. I need to share my life experiences with you. Right? The way that I'm looking into it now. Because thanks to my teachers, thanks to the wisdom that I received from the noble lineage of teachers who are coming from the 2,500 years, since 2,500 years, I was able to understand that actually who am I? Because of that, now I feel the degree of unconditional happiness that I was searching, I was seeking throughout my entire life. That's why I left this life. As she said, I was with you like literally 2 years ago. It's not too far. I still can remember how I spent my life in this suit. I'm coming from a paradise. You also live in the paradise. But my paradise, we have a lot of people who's wearing this kind of things. So one day someone asked me, "Oh, you are like a space warrior wearing a bedsheet." They don't know that we are monks, right? Inside the airport, he was a funny guy, and he said, "You're like a space warrior." You know that Star Wars? Because they can see that, because we are covering both the sides, and it's like that, right? And I was laughing, and yes, I'm a space warrior. That's why I said that we all are space. We have to become a space warriors. We have to become not warriors. We have to become saviors for this world, because you came here because of the merits that you have done. That's why you are listening to this, ladies and gentlemen. It's very rare chance in your life that you would be able to listen what Buddha has uttered. Truly. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying this is the rare opportunity that you got. You have to use it wisely. Let's do this. Well, how can I? It's like this. When I first listened to my teacher's talk back in 2018, I realized, oh my God, this is what I was searching, exactly what I was searching. Not only me, back then my daytime wife, she also did the same. She also said the same. She said, oh, this is what we were searching for. This is the place that we were looking for. That's how I started listening to that teacher, and I followed that teacher, and then I found, oh, there's an interesting life behind this suit. And that's why I jumped from here to here. I'm not asking you to jump here, right? But first of all, let's understand this, the concept. You know, this talk, I named it as the nature of nature. You saw that, right? What is the nature of nature? It's very interesting. What is the nature? What do you think? When I say nature, what is the nature? Tina, I don't have a time with me. Like, just remind me, yeah.
Sure. Okay. On your laptop.
Actually, yes, but yeah. What is nature? What do you think?
Nature's just all the trees and
Yes, exactly. Trees, weather, soil, animals,
all just
flowers,
getting on well with each other.
and what else?
What
Waterfalls.
about human?
Huh?
Whatever without human. Whatever that without human, then I call it nature.
Without human, that called nature.
Are
Ooh,
we nature?
that's why I'm asking. This is very interesting. You have to understand this. You have to think about this, right? Don't you feel that you are a separate entity that live in this world? You are a separate entity that looking at the nature. Where's the nature? Outside your this demarcation. You know, see that this skin, right? You are living here. I can see your young gentleman is there, and this young lady is here, and everyone is here, and right? I live in here, and I am watching the rest of the world. You feel that or not? So now you have to contemplate, and you have to answer. You have to comprehend what I am saying. This is super active listening. This is not like and sometimes sleepy. No. This is not going to be something like that. I am very interactive. I want you to participate with me with your life experiences, because you have a lab of life. I have a lab of life as well. I am sharing my experiences with you. Okay, let's go back to the topic. What is this nature? You feel that you are enjoying the nature from your eyes. The nature means all the trees and plants and all the animals, and except humans, right? The rest of the world is nature. And how about this? This is plastics. Oh, this is made by humans. So this is not nature. No. Okay?
It comes from nature.
Exactly. And how about this? This is also machines that is made by humans. No, they are not nature. How about this? This is part of the nature, but human shaped it. Okay, then it is not the nature as well.
I'm getting confused now.
That's what I want. So what is nature?
So whatever that before the interaction of human, the interference of human, it is nature. So whatever that humans start interfering, then it's become
Nature.
not nature. But before human interference, it is nature.
Okay, I will enlighten you, don't worry. The human is, the word that you said, human, that is not the word. Towards the end of the talk, I'll explain you what is the word, the appropriate word that you have to use for instead of human. Right? Ladies and gentlemen, now, your body is made out of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen. I am a biochemist. I did my PhD in chemistry. I am going to show you those things in here. That's what I learned. So at least I have to take something out of it. Right? I think you have studied general science, right? I hope. Carbon, hydrogen, you know that. Right. Aren't you guys are made out of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen? Yes, yes, yes. Yes. Good, good, good. How do you get these carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, fluorine, neon, whatever the atoms? From Coles, Woolworth, Aldi, groceries, Asian grocery shops? Oh, what else?
From nature, yeah.
Oh, come on, you are the carrot that you have eaten yesterday. Don't you think so? How do you get this skin? How do you get this hair? Sorry, I don't have hair. Luckily, right? But you have hair. So how do you how this hair is growing? How does it growing? Huh? It's because of the carrot that you had yesterday. Not carrot only, right? You ate a lot of things, right? Spaghetti, pizza. Even though there are different shapes and nice colors, but all of them are what? Carbohydrate, protein, lipids, and these are the atoms and molecules that exist in the outside. Right? Then you think that you are a separate entity, okay, you wish you can think. But I am asking, aren't you a part of the nature as a body? This body belongs to nature, ladies and gentlemen. This body doesn't belong to you. I'm sorry. That's why you have to go to doctor when you have some issues. Because if it belongs to you, then you would be able to control it. Okay, let's say you have defects in your eyes. Please correct it myself. You can correct it. You would be able to correct it. You would be able to how can I say that? I mean there won't be any health issues if you are able to control your body. No, right? No, you can't control your body. You can say that certain extent, but if all the conditions are met, then you can think, okay, I'm controlling the body, because in order to stand up, right, your eyes should work and your heart should work, your brain should work, all the body has to work it's like properly, otherwise you can't stand up, right? So your heart is what do you call?
Beating.
Yeah, heart is beating not because of that you won't, right? Is it beating because of you won't? I don't think. That's why we have AEDs here and there. Why? To start it up, start it back again if it's going to stop. So that means your body is part of the nature. The body is not belongs to you. Think about it. You don't think about these things before, because you feel that you are an entity, right? You feel that you are a separate living being. Let's explore this. Where is this living being exist? Right? That's what we are learning. That's the whole purpose of this talk, because we are going to study about the nature. That's why it says nature of the nature. Right? You are completely a body. Body means not a body of water. Body means it's a combination of different atoms, proteins, electrons, protons, neutrons. This body is act according to the environment's laws, the nature's law, the theory of everything. What is the theory of everything? What do you think? Cause and effect nature of the world. If the causes are meets to the right, if causes are arranging according to the way that it has to be, then effect can be there. Otherwise, effect won't be there. Your body is an effect because of the causes. You can't control all the causes. If you close your eyes and when you open, right? Okay, what do you see now?
Marker.
Whiteboard marker, a pen. Eyes, isn't it? Thanks to your brain, thanks to your heart, thanks to the light, thanks to the University of Sydney, thanks to the earth, because earth has to rotate itself. Don't you think so? The perception that you experience right at this moment is actually not a standalone thing. It's dependently originated. It is dependent by many, many causes. That is the theory of everything. That is the thing, the theory of everything. That is, this is causes has to come together to manifest an effect. We'll talk about it in the later, right? Let's first think about this. So you said that you are a separate entity and the rest of the world is the nature, but I showed you that trees, animals, and the water, the waterfalls, and everything is made out of electrons, protons, neutrons, atoms. And you're also made out of what? Electrons, protons, neutrons, atoms. And how about this pen? That is also made out of electrons, protons, neutrons, and atoms. Okay, then that means everything is made out of same thing. Agree or not? Agree. Agree? These are electrons, protons, neutrons. Even though you see a pen, what is there?
Different make, nature make, and made.
Different name, yes, but different name is fine. But what is actually existing here? Carbon, hydrogen, atoms. Have you done any quantum physics, quantum chemistry? I'm going to tell you quantum truth, right? The thing is, inside the atoms, there's energy. The atom is an energy cloud of energy. And how about this electricity? Is it energy or not? Actually, this is light, right? It's powered by electricity. Is it energy or not? Yes. What is the definition of energy? An ability to do something is an energy, isn't it? An ability to do something is an energy. Energy means you have that has an ability to do something, some action, some activity. Are we agree? Huh? Are we on the same page? Yes. And the electricity has an ability to light up the light and rotate the fan and power up the AC, your washing machine, and many things. Do you get separate bills for lightings? Do you get separate bills for separate electricity for turning your fans? No, you get one electricity bill for everything. That means even though you have this different form of energy, different form of ways of seeing the energy, but energy is energy. Agree? How about the energy here? That is also same form. That is also same energy.
It's an Einstein formula.
Exactly. E equals mc squared. Yeah, whatever it has masses, like it has mass, it has energy. That means, another way we can say, the mass is what? It's a confined system of energy. It's a confined system, cloud of energy. It's called mass. Agree? I think it might be a little bit Greek to you, but you feel that this, how can it the energy? That's why nuclear reactors, what they do? they take energy out of the atoms. That means inside the atom, inside the atom means it's inside what is there. It's energy. It's inside the atom you have energy. Agree? Okay. You know, we have something that this cannot do. This can do, but this cannot do. What is that? Think, feel, see. That is also an ability, right? That is also an ability. This cannot think, but this can think. Okay, that means what? That's also an ability. That is called the mind. That is what you call as mind. So mind is also an energy, because that is also an ability. Ability to think is also a form of energy. See, you are here, right? Apart from the carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, whatever the atoms that you are made out of, what else you have? There's another form of energy, that is the mind. What mind can do is think. What kind of things that it think? Sight, sound, taste, touch, smell, and rest of that is think, like memories. You can think about memories. Are we agree on this? So we said that, and you all agreed with me, everything that is made in the nature is energy. And how about you now? Aren't you part of the nature? Yes, of course, ladies and gentlemen, you are also part of the nature, but you don't feel that you are part of the nature. You feel that you are a separate living being, entity, lives here and watching out the nature. When you separate out from the nature punishes you. That's why you feel suffering. That is the root cause of fear, grief, anger, because you feel you are an entity. You always start to experience fear. It's because of my things, don't you? When it comes to that, when you own something, right? With that ownership, you're getting what? A gift of protecting, maintaining, and also crying. Right? When you own a car, you have to maintain that car. Agree? Who's paying the rego? The neighbor. Is he paying the neighbor? Is he paying the rego? Oh, you have to work. And who is protecting? Me. Because my car, I have to protect. Who is maintaining? Who is going to the mechanic and do all the maintenance? You have to do. You have to spend your time. When you separate out this world from the rest, then you start to experience what? Fear, grief, anger, the toil what you're doing right at this moment. Because you are now thinking about you. Because you are an entity, you don't feel that you are part of the nature. You are a separate entity. And because of this misperception in your mind, all suffering arises. Ladies and gentlemen, Buddha has discovered this first. Buddha told us, Buddha discovered that attachment is the root cause of suffering. We agree with that? Tanhaya jayati soko, tanhaya jayati bhayang, tanhaya vipamuttasa, natti soko kuto bhayang. From attachment, the fear springs up. From attachment, the suffering springs up. When there's no attachment, there's no suffering. So then there's no fear as well. Right? Attachment is the root cause. Right? But the thing is, for the suffering, attachment has to be there, but in order to manifest attachment in your mind, the mind should feel two things. You know how to attach? How do you attach things? You need to have two things, right? Don't you? How to stick things? Like you have to have something and the surface. You have to have two things. You know, attach and attack are two different things, right? It's only one letter difference, right? But it comes to this world because of what? Mind should feel a separation from the rest. Okay, then me is that I am here and the rest is there, and you can see different things. This is different, isn't it? To this one. So then you start to prefer, okay, I like that compared to this. Because why? This is something else, this is something completely different. Because you are a one entity, and this is also one entity, and this is also one entity. You start to experience entities. Because of that, you see, you can feel, you can sense entities. Now you get attached to either this or this. If you like this one, then you attach to this one, then you attack to this one. That's how you compare. You know, who likes pizza? You like pizza? Okay. Yes. Who likes spaghetti? You like spaghetti, right? When you want spaghetti, you don't like pizza. When you want pizza, you don't like spaghetti. It's you who divide this world into two pieces. These are my likes and these are my dislikes. These are things that I want and these are the things I don't want. Who did this separation? Who did that?
The mind.
The mind. Because mind think that this world there are different entities. So now I am going to show you, is there are different entities or not? In order to do that, I need some chemistry. I need to get the help of biological chemistry, actually basic chemistry. Right? Let's go back to your general science class. What did you learn? You learned that inside the atom you have protons and neutrons. Agree? Do you remember that? We are going to attack to the misperception in your mind. That's why I said that. You're about to hear something. That's why I said that you are living with an illusionist. Let's see who is the illusionist. Right? So we learned that inside the atom, in the nucleus you have protons and neutrons, right? And electrons are what electrons are doing? They are hanging around. They are spinning around what? Around the atom. Agree? Okay. I just want to ask you, is there a shell? Is there a boundary that is made out of some component that electron is actually within that inside? Is there a shell? Is there a cover? No. But electron is actually going here and there within an arbitrary system. Arbitrary means that is imaginary. Imaginary means that the mind, when you observe that, like through different equipments or whatever, you can see that electrons are not going like moving outside this region. So you have projected that, the scientists have projected this boundary. Actually there's no boundary, isn't it? What do you think? Is there a specific boundary to this electron? It goes and it hits there? No. You know, when you are small, have you done that? Someone hide things, your brother or sister hide things inside your house and ask you to search it. And what do? When you go close to that area, he said, hot, cool. Right. Remember that kind of game that you played? And then you know, okay, this way it's hot, and this way, okay, cool. Or you know that okay, this is the way I should find the thing that he hid, right? He hid. So it's something like that. If let's say a camera or an equipment, it's coming towards this atom, then what happened? This atom is a cloud of energy, right? When it gets closer and closer, it feels hot. When it comes out, it feels cool. Right? Actually, there's no physical boundary there. There's no boundary here. That's what you need to understand first. This is energy aggregated. The concentration of energy is high, and the concentration of energy is low when you come to the outside. You know, it's a cloud. You know, how do you see the cloud?
Tornado. Imagine what you're trying to say is like a tornado. So tornado is like an energy, you know, tornado.
Tornado, yeah.
So when it's spinning,
yeah.
So when you get closer, you got blowout, right?
Yeah.
But inside the tornado, what is inside?
Nothing.
This is the spinning energy. So I think that's what you're trying to say.
Is there a demarcation? Can you say, okay, this is where it is there? No. The demarcation or whatever the boundary that you have projected, the mind has projected. How about this? This is also, you feel that the boundary is this, isn't it? But energy is being exchanged. Everything are connected to each other. The whole world is an energy system. Demarcations that you have projected by your mind, because the mind always think. The mind has an idea. What? There should be a separation. You want to feel, you want to sense separation. That's why, you know that when you draw pictures in your kindergarten, right? You drew the outline, stroke, with the black color pencil or tiny the brush, You drew the outline. Why? That is how you separate out from the background. Because I have done, before I coming to Robe, I had a company which we did photography, live streaming and videography business. So I know how these pictures, how this camera is picking things, the science behind this, right? This camera doesn't know that they are taking photos. It's our mind draws these pictures out of the picture that you get into the mind. It's separate out. Your mind is in a quest of finding a difference, of finding a separation. That's why variety is the spice of life. Yes, isn't it? When you experience variety, when you experience different things, you are happy, isn't it? Can you eat same thing every day? Oh, that's boring. Can't we have something else? Because we had spaghetti yesterday, morning spaghetti, noon spaghetti, night spaghetti. No. I need something else. Because you think what? Pizza and spaghetti, two different things. Because you are in a quest of searching for separation, to find a separate entities. Think about it. This is your mind. Your mind is playing a game with you, ladies and gentlemen. You want to feel this separation. That's why let's say you are in a that sometimes the studios, they are making studios with white background everywhere. Even the floor is white, the walls are white, and everywhere white, right? You can't see the separation of the floor and the walls, right? I've been there and I feel it's very weird to me. Why? Because we need to we need to experience that separation. Where's the flow? Because our mind is in a quest of finding this separation. Because mind has an idea, what is that? Separation is possible. But this atom, there's no separation. This is that you projected. How about Australia? What is Australia? It's something that the people have projected. Okay, these are the shore and this is the region. Okay, what separate New South Wales and ACT? Australian Capital Territory. Don't you think it's something made by people, the minds that who separate that? Queensland and New South Wales. Does these trees know, okay, this belongs to Queensland and this belongs to New South Wales? No way, how come? Right, in kangaroo, he's jumping from New South Wales to... Does this kangaroo know that he's jumping from New South Wales to Queensland? No way. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the thing, that this mind has projected this separation. That's why people are fighting. Countries are fighting each other. Why? Because of what? Oh, these people are different to my people. My people, I am only thinking about my people. Ladies and gentlemen, your heart is getting smaller and smaller when you try to separate it. You can't love everyone. Why? You have conditional heart. You have conditions. Because why? I love my people. I love my mother. My mother. She is my mother. It's not your mother. And he is my father. It's not your father. So I love my father and my mother. Not your father and your mother. I don't care about them. That's how we separate out the world, and because of that you are suffering. Now you think that you own these people. You are the owners. First of all, you separate out you from the rest of the nature, and then you separate out these things, and then you attach. Ladies and gentlemen, attachment arises in the mind because of the ignorance. I think, I don't know whether you know this, ignorance is leading to attachment, and because of the attachment, all the suffering, fear, grief arises. What is this ignorance? Ignorance is there's a separation. The mind thinks there's a separation. This is not this pen, the atoms that belongs to this pen actually doesn't belong to this pen. The carbon atom in this pen and the carbon atom in this the stage, they don't. Do you think that they fight each other? They don't care. I mean, they don't care whether they are a pen or a stage. Because of this, these are very pure. They don't have any void. These atoms doesn't have any void. These energies don't have any void. But there's some form of energy in this world. It has a void. It has always something to do, something to fulfill. What is that energy? That is the mind. Because mind think that there's a separation, and because of that, mind is in a quest to find that separation. There's a void in the mind that it always want to feel that separation. That's why, ladies and gentlemen, all fear, grief, anger manifest in this world. Because think about your life. When you're hanging around with people, let's say when you meet old friends from your school, what they do? You know, I did this and I did that. You are trying to find, I am a separate entity from the rest of the people. Right? You are special, and they are also special. Yes, but they are there, you are here. You want to highlight yourself, don't you think? What is the most how can I say? The word that people want to listen, the most happiest word that people like to listen.
Like praise?
There's something else. Your name. When they hear your name, yes, me. And after that, if they scold you, okay, you go down. But before they, yes, Mahinda, yes. You know, this mind is constantly searching that separation. That you want to experience, you, he is talking about you. That's why, if I'm only looking at you in this room, and I'm only talking to you, let's say, these people get bored. He is not listening to us, not watching us. Hello, Bante, I'm also here. People need the acknowledgement. That's why when you post a video on Instagram, Facebook, when people hit the like button and thumbs up button or the heart or dislike or whatever, you feel, yes. You know, you feel that, they recognize. How does that happiness come? I mean, the like button in the Facebook cannot bring happiness to anyone. Come on, how can it bring happiness? How can it bring dopamine hit in the brain? The like button? It's a button. They are pressing like here. Right? It cannot bring happiness. It brings happiness because the mind is vexed. Mind is vexed for searching for that separation, for that feel, that entity. Ladies and gentlemen, you want to experience that, you want to feel that you are a separate entity. When you recognize in the group of people as a separate entity, you are happy. Everything in this world, because of this. Every fight, every war. What do you think? Why? That's why some people like pizza, some people like spaghetti, some people like avocado on toast. Oh, what else?
Someone like that.
Right? But the thing is, all of them are the same form of energy. They are same energy. When you are eating, what you do? You are actually filling your tank. You are taking something to just to keep this boat float, isn't it? You are filling the tank, like your car. That's what you are doing, isn't it? What do you think? That's why I'm saying. Someone says.
Someone said, Venerable, but I separate myself to join Metta Center in this meeting. Is that even a bad thing?
No. That's why this is very interesting. The Buddha, everyone in this world experienced this, right? Buddha discovered a way to find this liberation, to teach this mind that it is inseparable. That's why we bold our hair. That's why we all wear the same clothes. That's why we all wear the way. Why? To teach us that it is inseparable. That's why we shave this, the eye. What do you call it? Eyebrows. Just you recognize, right?
I didn't realize.
Yeah. With this, you are like a different person. When you you can recognize okay. When you shave it out, after you shaved it out, then you you're a weird person. Like you're a completely new guy. This gives some recognition as well, ladies and gentlemen. That's why, in order to practice the path, you have to separate out yourself from the people. That's why we separate ourselves and become a monk. Right? That's why that he said you have to, now you are in this world that you feel that separation, right? In order to understand that there's a problem here, right, you have to find ways to understand that problem. In order to do that, you have to live in this world. That's why when in Romans, do as Romans do, right? But you don't have to become a Roman, right? When you are living in this world, now I'm not saying that, okay, stop everything what you do and think about this, and without doing anything, you know that you can eat this as well, because this is also energy and that the pizza also energy. No, I'm not saying that. I'm teaching your mind. I'm training your mind. I'm talking to your mind. Think about this. This is why you were born as a human being. To understand that this world is inseparable. When, as I said earlier, that how do you know what is this? How do you know what is this? It's because of the previous experiences, previous memories that you had, right? And how does mind know that that mind thinks that this is separable? This can be separate. It's because of the experiences. Because mind always feels that this is an entity. This is also entity. But this entity and this entity, there's no difference between these two entities. But these are made out of atoms, these are made out of atoms. These are same energy. And the mind is also same energy. When you realize this truth, then that is the way to liberate yourself from suffering. The ladies and gentlemen, what I am asking you to do is uproot the main root of this tree of attachment. The main root is the ignorance. Ignorance in the mind about the world, because you don't know that you are the nature. That's why in Christianity it says, when you go against the God, God will punish you. That's why in Hinduism it says, the Lord Krishna is everything. What they are saying is truth. In order to find the truth, you have to listen to these talks, listen to this Dhamma. If you don't fear suffering, don't you think that is the happiness that you are looking for? What do you think? If you don't feel suffering, if you don't feel pain, don't you think that is the happiness that you want? Because all the other happinesses that you felt, it's gone each and every moment, that you have to keep doing things. Each and every moment what you have been doing is doing things for fulfilling that void, to experience that separation. For the questions, or I can finish within 10 minutes.
I said 10 minutes we end the session.
And then we can a few questions. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what you have to understand. You are not a separate entity in this world. We all are connected to each other. That's why Chief Seattle says, the earth doesn't belong to man. The earth doesn't belong to man. The man belongs to the earth. He writes in his speech, everything are connected like the blood that united us all. Man doesn't weave the web of life, he is merely a strand in it. Whatever he does to the web, he does to himself. You might have read this before. This is Chief Seattle's letter to that, whatever the chief that from the America. He's right, ladies and gentlemen. Whatever you do, actually, it affects to you as well. Because it's a dominoes effect. What goes up must comes down. What you give is what you get. Yadisang vapati bejan tadisang harte pala. The man reaps what he sows. Now you can see different things because you are expecting different things. But everything in this world are combination of energies. How about this sound? Do you hear that? Okay, I hope the other people are. How about this? Do you hear that as well? How about this now? Is it separate thing or combination of those two? It's combination. How do you feel? How do you felt? You feel that this is nice. It's something different. But it's not different. It's not a different entity. It's not a different thing. It's a combination of those causes. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what I want you to understand. Everything are not independent. They are dependently originated. There are a lot of causes come together to manifest this world. So that means this world is not separate. You can't separate out this world. You can't separate out countries. It's only relative truth. So you live in the relative truth, but you have to understand the reality. When you understand the reality, and you can live in the relative truth, but you won't find the fear, grief and anger that you experiencing throughout your life. Ladies and gentlemen, that is what is called Nibbana. That is the serenity that Buddha has uttered from his mouth. That is the house builder, the builder of the house of sorrows. That's why he said, Aneeka jati sansarang saddha nisang anibbisang gahakarakang gavek santo dukkha jati punappunang. Oh house builder, I found you. I found the house builder, the builder of this house of sorrows. The attachment, the craving arises because of the ignorance that had in my mind. When I found this, I attained the serenity. That is the unconditional happiness. I am experiencing this. I want you to realize, because you know that fox and the grape story. He was looking for grapes. He was jumping to pick the grapes because grapes are tasty, right? But then what he said, what he did, oh, these grapes are bitter. He changed the view. Then what happened? He can slowly go out from that scenario. What we have to do is to change the perspective of that you have. If you can feel that you and me and every living being are the same energy source, that you are not a body, you are not a separate entity, you are not a somebody, you are nobody. And you are the mind, and he is the mind, this is mind. Everywhere the minds are there. The minds are vexed. Minds are suffering because of this ignorance. Then you can see the common enemy. Who is the common enemy? Who is the common enemy of you and me?
You and me.
Ignorance. Ignorance in the mind. Then we both can come together and fight against this common enemy. My invitation is to you is, let's do this. I mean, this is something that I cannot explain everything within 1.5 hours, right? The thing is, that's why when you come to the retreat, yeah, in July, you can slowly explain these things from the beginning, because we have something precious to give you. That's why I'm coming from this. I'm traveling these long miles, because I don't want to stay there. I don't want to stay in one place, not more than 2 weeks. I want to share this understanding to the rest of the world, because I want to save my people. That's why I came to this land. That is how you can liberate yourself from suffering. You can't feel the ocean of love and compassion I have towards all of you, because I don't feel a difference between my mom and you and my father and you, because my father also had the same problem as you have. As I found the ultimate solution, that's what I want to share with you. You can do many things during your life, but at the end of the day, when you go away from this life, if you don't have the solution for fear, grief, anger, then what is the meaning of life that you're spending? You're spending 20, 30, 40 years of your life if you still have the same problems that you were born. It's like you're going to the Kmart with something amount of money, and then what happened? You buy things, you collect things, and when you come out of the Kmart, the security guard, this is an imaginary situation, right? The security guard is taking everything back. Give me. You can't take everything. And then you come out from the Kmart with bare hand. You enter bare-handed, you come out bare-handed. This life is something like this, that, ladies and gentlemen. You have to understand that. You didn't bring anything when you were born. And you are not taking any tuppence worth of thing when you leave. That is the truth of this life. But everything that you have accumulated, that thinking that you are the one who lives in this world, you are a separate entity, and because of that, you have accumulated a lot of things to yourself, towards yourself. And when you leave the room, you're not taking anything. What is the point of spending this life? I want you to question about your life, because this is the path that we practice. Inside our monastery, we have now 750 people. In the pilgrimage tour, if you come here, then you will see that there are a lot of people who practice this. You are not alone. Behind me, there are 750 souls who practice this, and they found their liberation. Residing the monastery, each and every day, they found the happiness. So I invite you, if you want to, if you can come to the retreat, and if you can join with us, because I am here to help you, the Bakulotero and we both came here to help you guys, because we have this solution. I want you to convey to you. That's the only thing I need, because I know how much of toil and work that you are doing your days and day out. There are a lot of people who are suffering from stress and anxiety, depression, addictions. You know what I am talking about. Anything in this world, that mental pressures, it manifests because of this ignorance. Because mind doesn't know what is mind. So mind cannot do mind's own job, business. So mind cannot mind its own business. You say mind your own business? So mind cannot mind its own business, because mind doesn't know what is the business that it's born, why it is born. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you, what a deep talk, going through a number of different types of Buddhist teachings, including interdependency, dependent origination, Four Noble Truths, non-self. Really, you've touched on all of them, right?
Yeah.
And also explained in such an interesting way, particularly from that scientific point of view. I was actually waiting for the elements to come up when you were asking about I'm really looking forward to the retreat and being able to explore a lot of these really deep teachings through that retreat where we've got more of the time. Venerable, we had one question. Someone's just said so many questions. Well, we don't have that much time for so many questions, so come to the retreat. But we do have one question. This is someone who posted this question earlier when you were talking about, I think during the time when you were talking about the causes and conditions, and particularly in terms of how the body needs to change based on the conditions. So someone says, is that why our health and body changes based on the environment we live in?
Exactly. Not only the body, your mind keeps changing each and every moment, depends on the environment. Not only the body, ladies and gentlemen, body is acting. Who is the puppet master? Body is a puppet. Who is the puppet master? Mind. Mind is master your body. You know that how Johnny English too? You know that the guru who is in China, that he is telling to Johnny English, Johnny, mind is the master of your body. Yes, not only the body, mind is also. Because of the environment, everything happens. That's why I live in an environment that my teachers can see me, my friends, all the noble association can help me to get rid of this ignorance from my mind. That is the difference between your paradise and my paradise. In my paradise, I have a lot of lovely people that who surrounded me, that who teaches me what? How to get rid of this ignorance. Exactly. Body keeps changing according to the environment. At the same time, mind also keeps changing.
So Venerable, thank you. And also, I'm sure people may have more questions. Venerable will be around for a little longer if anyone wants to stay behind, but I just note the time, so we do need to wrap up the session. The retreat that we were talking about earlier is the Buddhist Detox Retreat, and that's on the 5th to the 7th of July. And we're going to try our best to make this hybrid, aren't we, like last time? So people can join online as well as in person. It's a free retreat. It's by donation, preferably if you can make a donation, that would be great, but otherwise it's a free retreat. And we also have another retreat that's happening on the 18th to 19th of May, so that's just coming up in a week's time. And so we invite you, if you would like to come to those retreats, that would be fantastic. But also, Venerable, would love to hear a bit more about this pilgrimage that we are organising at the end of the year to Sri Lanka. So the first part of the trip, we will be going to the monastery that you stay at, and then afterwards we will go to some of the holy sites. And we do have some people who have joined today wanting to just know a bit more about the pilgrimage. So if you could just share a bit more, that would be great.
So thank you very much for Tina that I can explain this. So whatever that I'm going to do is there. So you are going to live anagarika, but a normal anagarika life. That is, anagarika means it's a trainer, the to be monk, right? You can experience the monkhood life as the way that you live in this life, right? You don't have to convert you to you don't have to wear a robe, but wearing this normal dress, that you can experience that the love and care that you are getting, that I'm getting from the rest of my people. So during the, I think, first 10 days, so we have this meditation program, and that's going to be filled with a lot of activities as well, including, the year-end metta chanting. So throughout the whole night we are chanting metta stanzas, and also you are going to witness ordination ceremony. That is very exciting. And what else? And
I think we'll go on Bindabath.
Exactly, Bindabath as well. And you can use our you can go arms round. You can use our that we have separate places to do meditations, and you can have counseling sessions with the monks. One-to-one sessions, and you can explain your difficulties or whatever the experience that you had. You can actually find solution with this, because we have now in our monastery we have more than 140 monks and 100 anagarikas. They are the female monks, and then you can actually get the help from all these people, and you can live within these people, and you can find how much of love and compassion that you will experience by visiting this monastery. That is the whole purpose of having that 10-day meditation program inside the monastery, because I cannot give that mother's love from a talk. This is the love from the nature, right? And the rest of the 10 days, the other 10 days, we are visiting around the Sri Lanka, not Australia, hopefully, around Sri Lanka. So you will go through, we will take you through the ancient cities, ancient places that Buddha came, and also there are a lot of pagodas throughout the country that they have buried all these relics from the Buddha's alms bowl, Buddha's hair, and Buddha's tears as well. There are a lot of places that they buried these relics throughout the country, and we are going to visit those places. And I think we will visit Sigiriya, which is the fortress made by King Kashyapa, Kashyap, right? Yes. And yeah, you will witness these things, the latter part of the pilgrimage tour. The first part you will experience the Dhamma, because when you understand Dhamma, when you understand that Dhamma from the first 10 days, then you will see why they have built that much of tanks, the big tanks and big pagodas, because big pagodas have built because of the piety, because of the opportunity that they had, thanks to the Buddha. Because Buddha is that's why I said Buddha is the greatest scientist who found this Dhamma. That's why, I mean, you can study Dhamma, but if you realize, then you will find why these people have built that much of big pagodas. In order to realize that Dhamma, yes, that is the best place you have to be there in this world. That is our monastery. That's why I live in. That's why I went there.
Wonderful, thank you. I'm really excited to go, and I hope that others will join as well. So the information about the pilgrimage is on the Metta Centre website, so you can check it out. If you are following us on socials as well as WhatsApp, we will also be resharing the link through that as well. Venerable, we just have one question, if that's okay. Someone has just asked, how is it possible to detach from attachments without becoming a monk?
Oh, you don't have to become a monk at first, right? This is a tour that you have to go in this life, right? That's why that after this tour, I'm planning. I'm actually thinking of doing a fortnight session, like a group session. And that is for the people who are interested, because attachment arises because of the ignorance in the mind. That we know. That's what we found, right? If we can treat to this ignorance by giving that knowledge, by showing, by proving to the mind that because of this that you are attaching, then that is the way to eliminate attach, right? In order to have that environment, monkhood is like a highway. You are in a gravel road. I am in a highway, right? But even though in a gravel road you can go, isn't it? It's slower. It's 40 kilometers per hour. I am 200 kilometers per hour. But it doesn't matter, right? What you can do is still you can go. But the thing is, you don't go. You stay there, right? That's what I need from you. Just start this. I mean, let's start this business as a human being. This is the reason that you born to this human being, as a human being. So that's why I was actually thinking of doing a fortnightly session for those who are interested to joining with us. Like after this tour, it will start after June or July, because I'm traveling around the country until end of the August. So it will be a very busy period. I'm going to New Zealand as well. The thing is, that's why I cannot say don't attach. I cannot say please don't attach, because if the causes are there, then how can you stop at being attaching, right? What I can do is help you to eliminate those causes. What are the causes? What is the cause for the root cause for the attachment? That is the ignorance. That is the mind is thinking that separation is possible. Ladies and gentlemen, there's nothing to separate in this world. That's what you have to understand, right? When you understand that truth, that ignorance will wither away, right? In order to wither off the ignorance, right? Then you need to have that association of Kalyana Mitra. That's why it says, you got a friend in me, the noble friend in me. Not only me, there are a lot of monks and anagarikas in our monastery can help you. That's why, as you are having a lay life, this is the way to start. By associating this noble because of the noble association that you are receiving, your mind is now can be trained. Actually, what we are doing is thought engineering. This is engineering. I don't know whether I'm using the words from the Buddhism. I'm using all the words from the science, don't you? Right? Because 2 years ago, I was doing experiments inside a lab in Australian National University. So I know the scientific words, right? So what we are doing is mind engineering, thought engineering. We have to engineer a thought pattern. In order to do that, you need to have the association. You know, a piece of magnet can make a piece of metal to a magnet by rubbing each other, right? In order to turn that piece of metal to a magnet, what you have to do, you have to associate that metal with the magnet. Agree? That's also science, right? The science experiment. So what we have to do is, association is the key factor here. If you can associate the noble association, then you can liberate yourself from the attachment. Otherwise, you can't stop being attached, because you cannot control attaching. It's because of the association you can eradicate the ignorance. Then you can attach. Not attach. Then you can eradicate the attachment. That is the way to extinguish this fear and grief. You can go through all the Dhammapada tensas. If you go through Dhammapada tensas, you will find this wisdom. Buddha is telling this. I am experiencing that. That's why I am from your future. Think like that. You know that this is something like Matrix. You know that the Neo and the Morpheus, the conversation they had. If you drink this red pill, if you follow this path, you will experience how you trapped in this world. Okay, in order to wrap up, just give me 1 minute. Who is this illusionist? Mind. And you said that human, except human, everything is nature. No, not human. Except ignorance, everything is nature. Ignorance is the enemy of the nature. Ignorance in the minds. That's why great Arihants, they don't have ignorance. That's why they feel that they are part of the nature. The Buddha felt that he is part of the nature. So this is the illusionist. You are living with this ignorant illusionist. That is the ignorant mind. Be careful. Much merits. Thank you very much.